Hello and welcome. You're watching CNBC-TV18 and the show is called Business Lunch. I'm Nisha Podar and with me is the co-anchor Sonal Bhutra. So Sonal, markets have started on a weaker note today. In fact, if we really take a look at Nifty 50 at 17,750 odd levels, it is about 130 points lower than the high point of the trading session today for Nifty 50. So right now, almost 0.6% down. But underperforming are the bank Nifty with falling with more gusto than the key indices, 0.75% down. And it's the mid-cap universe taking the full brunt, 1.5% down in trade. So no surprises then as far as market breadth is concerned. Because of the broader markets being weak, the advanced decline ratio heavily in favor of the declines. But still, there are a few counters which are on a contra call. ITC, no surprises there, is on the winning side today. Along with that, some of the other biggies like the steel counters as well as Bharti Airtel and Titan shining in trade today at the moment, Sonal.
Yes, so these are a couple of contra bets, as so to say. But if we look at what is actually leading to this big decline, it's Infosys, which is seeing which is contributing around 33 points in terms of cuts to the Nifty. This is followed by TCS. We have SBI and Reliance Industries. So these are the big four names which are contributing 73 points to the Nifty fall that we are seeing right now. And Adani Enterprises, the other one, 10 points to the Nifty fall that we are seeing today. So of course, Adani Group that continues to be in focus. They've taken a beating yet again. So let's get in my colleague Vivek, who is joining in with the latest developments here. Vivek?
Well, absolutely right. So the group stocks continue to remain in focus. So first on our list, some of the stocks have actually been removed from the additional surveillance measures that they had been placed in, thereby indicating that they now require less upfront margin payment. So Adani Ports and Ambuja Cements have moved out of the ASM framework. However, Adani Enterprises continue to remain part of the framework. Also, when you're talking about rating agencies, Moody's, what they've actually done is, while they've maintained, their rating on the Adani Group entities, for 4 of the group entities where they actually have a rating, they've gone ahead and cut the outlook to a negative from a stable stance that they have earlier. So Adani Green Energy, Adani Transmission, Adani Electricity are a few of the names where they have gone ahead and trimmed their outlook. When you're talking about Adani Group stocks, there's also been some further pledging activity that the group has given. So they have gone ahead and pledged further additional shares, and this is in favor of SBI Cap Trustee. And 3 stocks are the ones that are impacted. So Adani Ports, the pledge has gone up to SBI Trustee from 0.65% to 1%. Adani Transmission as well as Adani Green have seen some upping as far as the pledges are concerned. So we had SBI and they spoke to us exclusively where they said that this particular topping up of the pledge was on account of the loan that or the facility that SBI had given to Adani for the Carmichael mine project. So they said it's not a fresh loan. The asset continues to remain operational and it continues to generate cash, and they did not sound unduly worried. Lastly, some more development expected today as well. The Supreme Court has directed SEBI to submit a report today on the status of existing framework for shocks to share prices, as has been seen in the sharp volatility that has been seen in the Adani Group stocks. So let's listen into the SBI management talking to us exclusively on their exposure to the Adani Group stocks.
We have an exposure of $300 million facility that was granted for the Adani Group's Carmichael facility in Australia, of which they have drawn down $180 million towards the railroad part of the project, while the mines they have so far managed to complete with their own resources. So there is one of the covenants for this facility is that they should maintain 140% collateral coverage. In addition to the project assets, they are required to maintain this collateral coverage by way of pledge of shares from the 3 companies belonging to the group. This is not any loans that was granted against pledge of shares. No additional finance was granted against this additional pledge. These are essentially to maintain a covenant that is pre-existing in terms of an earlier facility, which is completely covered both by project assets as well as this collateral coverage. The response is no, they haven't approached us. There have been no discussions, as I mentioned, in terms of any additional finance that they may require or a refinance that may require. So it will be difficult for me to respond at this point in time as to whether what could be our response. So if and when a proposal of that nature comes up, I'm sure that we will have time to discuss that with the company and take a view in that matter.
All right, so that was the latest coming in on Adani Group of stocks.